We are getting the farm ready for that big storm that's coming through. What month are we in right now? January. We're at the end of January and there is big, icy, rainy, potentially snow. It keeps changing. The weathermen don't know. So we are out prepping all the time. We're going to show you how we do that to prep for a storm. Good job, buddy. Say, watch out, everyone. We're coming through. Nice. Yesterday, Jack and I hooked up an extension cord to come down and another extension cord because it's too far into the goat shelter. Hey, Jack, can you show everyone how to turn it on, buddy? And we hooked up one of these heat lamps in here. Can you reach it? Oh, can you get it? Yeah! Heat lamp in here. This area is walled off and has no drafts. This area has a slight draft from a gap that I need to fix. And then also it's open at the top. So we're keeping some heat in there for them. All the goats sleep in there together, so they should be fine. Also, goats do fine in the snow. So these guys are gonna be A-okay. And then the piggies, they all sleep. These guys all sleep in the Bessie Western, which is completely draft free. All I have to do is fill up. Well, they actually have a lot of straw in there, but I'm gonna do fresh straw in there so they have extra warmth. Hey, buddy. And then we're gonna go put some fresh straw in with the chickens and the rabbits.
Who are you talking to?
The video. Say hi, Lulu. You gonna give her a pat? She's gonna headbutt you until you pat her. Give her a pat. Say good girl. There you go. All right, let's go. All right, we're taking another heat lamp over to the chicken coop, which is going to keep the chickens and some of my rabbits dry, which you'll see in a second. So what I did earlier today was, the big one was at school and this guy was hanging out inside. I set up little pens inside the chicken coop. This is what I do when it's going to be like really, really cold, just for my female rabbits because they are in solo cages. I have 2 boys in that cage right there, but their housing is fully enclosed except for a little entranceway, kind of like a burrow, and there's 2 of them, so their body heat is enough because it's draft free and no wind. And I'll just add straw and they'll be warm enough with that. So this is what I did for the females though. Open it and see what I did in there, buddy.
Don't do it.
Yes, you can.
You do it, Mom.
Is what we did today. Yay! Front part of my chicken coop is just floorboards. I moved all their feet over to one side. Yeah, and then I've put nesting boxes, litter trays, and food in each one, and then I'll move the water in when I move the rabbits in. And that's the setup. So they'll be in here. It's completely, obviously, sealed in. There'll be no weather. They'll be draft free except for that little entrance, and I'm going to hang a heat lamp above them so it'll kind of heat up the whole space. Let's hook this up.
Why are we opening it?
I'm not opening it. I'm moving it out of the way. I'm going to stand on top of this.
Why?
Because I got to reach up the top on the roof. I don't know if that's safe, Jack.
No.
I might take baby brother off. I think he'll be safe if I take him off.
Yeah.
I don't want to fall down and get hurt. All right. What does he see right there? All right. Watch out, baby. Mama's gonna climb. Okay.
I'm gonna
Think
hold
I'm
it.
good.
Hey, but I'm gonna hold it.
Oh, good job. Thank you. We did it safely.
So turn it on.
Can't turn it on until this is plugged in.
Oh.
Back on Mama's back. Let's go. You can stay there because that plug goes in the wall over there between those 2 plants.
Okay, right now?
Yeah, I guess you can try right now. And then I'm going to take this to the chicken coop. We did it. Well, that water's filling up right there. Let me know once that gets full and we'll turn that hose off. And then they've got a heat lamp in here. I don't know if I should move them in there tonight because the weather's supposed to hit tomorrow. So they're fine in their cages. Let me show the situation. So this is my typical rabbit hutch. This is Nutsy. They have a big run where they can eat grass. There's chicken wire on the bottom so I can't dig out. And then there's a ramp, hi baby, going up. And then inside, food section and bedding. So this, obviously when the lid's down, this is pretty fully enclosed over here. And then that's the only entrance. So it's pretty draft tolerant. I'm going to put fresh straw in, and she should, honestly, she could probably withstand snow in there just because she's by herself. But because the weather is supposed to be really, really bad, I wanted to make sure that I had the option of putting them basically inside with a heat lamp. This is my boys' hutch. Slightly different to female, it's single decker. What have you done to your food, Jeremy? So they mostly poop outside there in the right corner, but sometimes they poop inside, especially when it's cold. So I'm going to clean that out and then fill that with straw just for extra warmth. But there's 2 of them in here, and it's also very, very weatherproof. So I think they're going to be okay because they'll snuggle up together. I just double checked the forecast because it keeps changing literally daily.
Stop
And
doing that anymore.
why?
Please stop.
Okay, can I just say this one last thing and then I'll be done? One more thing. Okay. It does say there's warnings of an ice storm, but tonight it's not even going to get below freezing, so they're going to be fine because their hutches are good. I'll just do fresh bedding, and then tomorrow night when the storm is supposed to hit, that's baby, hang on, that's when I'll move the rabbits into the chicken coop. My gosh, nincompoop. Good morning, everybody. We woke up to a light dusting of snow, maybe half an inch. Not even a quarter inch even, but yeah, we're about to go and do farm chores in the snow, so I figured I'd show you what we do. Our dogs absolutely love cold weather. They are thick double coated Australian shepherds, and playing in the snow is their bread and butter. They have a dog door access to inside when it's this cold. We leave it open so they can come in at night when normally they sleep outside, but they don't come in. Look at them, they don't come in all night long. They're out here doing this. So first things first, farm chores wise, I always go out and feed the chickens and rabbits first, and to do that today because it's so cold, I bring a bucket of hot water. We go straight over to bunny rabbits because their water bottles will freeze when it's sub-freezing overnight, and it's actually the most prevalent thing is for them to have access to water. Food, not so much. They can survive without food for like a solid day, obviously, but water, yeah, much more serious. So this is what we do for their water. Hi, Jethro, hi. All right, this is one of my rabbit cages right here. So I take the whole water bottle off and I submerge the whole thing because it's completely, you can see the line of the water right there, frozen like this. The ball won't go in, they can't get any water, so I just dunk the whole thing in. Straight away starts to thaw. Once it's separated enough, I can take the lid off and then I just put it straight in, let that hot water go in and thaw out the ice. I don't fill it up all the way, about 3/4 full is fine. Simply because if you fill it up all the way and then it refreezes, it will bust open your rabbit's water because obviously ice expands. And I have lost many a water bottle over the years doing that. Or if they're cold like this and you drop them, they shatter. Done that lots of times too. We have the same bucket of warm water. I just tip a bit of it onto the chicken's water just to thaw it out. I might put a little bit inside it as well, if I can get the lid off. Nope, the lid's frozen on, so I'm just going to tip some warm water in here to thaw out the ice that's in there. And then what's left in this bucket, we take over to the goats and pigs and tip into their water. Chickens are such hardy animals. Look at that snow falling. Can you guys see that? Like against the dark of the doorway? It's literally snowing. It's on Jethro's back. It's beautiful. Okay, here we are inside Cluckingham Palace. This chicken coop is a little excessive. It is very bougie and they have a very great life, my chickie babes. The only open hole is that little door down there, so it actually feels much warmer in here just because it gets rid of any of the wind chill. So I don't actually put a heat lamp on my chickens unless it's going to be super duper cold, and right now it's like they're all outside. They're not even in here out of the wind. So chickens are really hardy and amazing animals, and they have Cluckingham Palace to keep them warm and safe, and they can come in here anytime they want. Look at these dogs. 1 second. Tell me you love the cold. And over there, Dollop, she's got the zoomies in there. Is everyone having the best time? Look at these cheeky babes. All right, they're all fed. Let's go and do the pigs and the goats. Look at this ground. It's just kind of, it's like ice to me because I'm foreign to snow, so this is all new, but it's kind of like ice but in powder form, like really fine ice. I guess that's all that snow is. I don't know. All right, here we go. We're heading to the pigs and goats. I don't know if you can see that, but there's snow kind of blowing into the camera right now. It's beautiful. Hi guys, how we doing? I've got this bucket of like 3/4 worth of warm water. I just plonk it on top so they have something to drink. It will thaw it out a little bit. I'll come back with another bucket of hot water later just because it's so big and so frozen that that won't do much. But the piggies will have something to drink in there. The herd dynamic is crazy. So there's Lulu, our herd matriarch, and then Dougie, I think he's trying to mate her. That little one is Dougie, he's our male of the herd. And then do you guys see in there, Tilly? She's let herself into the little doghouse. That is the best place to be, out of the wind in the fresh straw. So the heat lamp I've got in there, so as you can see, it's got the top open up there so some wind does get through. Heat lamp just helps, but they're all fine. They have thick coats. They're all out here waiting for food anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and feed them right now. That's it, guys. That is farm chores in the snow. It's exactly the same as not in the snow. I just have to bring out some buckets of hot water to make sure everyone has water. And then if we have a cold spell that lasts, like for example, it doesn't reach above freezing today and the water doesn't thaw out, if everything refreezes, I will go ahead and do it multiple times a day. That's the only difference. And it's just not as fun to do farm chores in the cold because I don't want to hang out here and mess with my animals. And whereas when it's warmer, I want to hang out with them and pat them and rub them on the belly and love on them and stuff. So that's the only thing winter sucks for. Summer's way better. Plus it's green and pretty, whereas now it's grey and drab, but snow makes it cool. Hope you enjoyed farm chores in the snow. We'll see you in the next one.